JKB back with another episode. Today I'm reviewing Orzly's FlexiCase Quad Pack that was sent into the show by them. Thank you so much. What are these exactly? These are cases for your Joy-Cons that go over the Joy-Cons themselves. These are the cases. They're made out of a sort of flexible rubber feeling. It's not the type of rubber that is sticky. It's actually quite smooth to its touch. However, when it's wet, it does kind of have a little bit more of a grip. You simply take your Joy-Cons off and slide these in here like so. There's nothing, though, to really hold it in place. Once it's over the analog stick there, it's in place. And the unique feature of these things would be the bumps on the back that really protrude out of the bottom, which give it a different definition. As you know, the Joy-Con itself doesn't have anything there. It's a flat piece of plastic other than the trigger. So they thought, well, what if we put a little bump on the bottom there and see what it kind of does? So holding this thing, I have to be honest, it feels good when you're holding it alone. So they send 4. You've got your different colors here. Let me pop the other one in here quickly. I'll show you how easy it is to go in here. You just simply open it up, lift this over, and it is on. That's it. Now you kind of fiddle with it here, and there. That's on. You'll be like, okay, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is when you're holding these things, you've got more of a little bit of a bump that actually sits in the palm of your hand, opposed to having nothing there. So that's why you'd go out and buy something like this. So I really played it in the 3 different modes. Handheld mode, of course, these go on in handheld mode, which I think benefited the most. So you'll now see on the back of the system here, there's 2 bumps that are raised. So this is going to feel a lot different handheld mode. And I mean, this is the #1 selling attraction. Handheld mode, for me, does make my hands feel a little cramped at times when I'm not using these. You know, I consulted my doctor, and he said, if you keep playing like that, your hands are going to fall the fuck off. So you better get something. And I got these sent to me, and they do help. Now, this is handheld mode. It's good, right? Tabletop mode. So you slide these things off, put your system down on the table. Tabletop mode, how does it feel? Well, it feels pretty good actually in your hand. The buttons, though, they're kind of buried down into it. So it's it feels a little different, but you get used to it. When you turn this thing sideways to play games, you know, like when it comes out, you know, Mario Kart or Street Fighter. Who's going to play fucking Street Fighter with one of these? Get real. But holding it sideways, yes, the left Joy-Con does feel okay because you can kind of rest your finger on that bump. The right one, however, I don't know. That bump kind of just doesn't feel as good for me. The other thing I have to point out is when you're holding it like this, it's kind of like they kind of sit on there loosely, you know? They kind of can just, look, they kind of just fall off. You know, they're not really attached in any special way. So those are the kind of negatives, you know, holding them sideways, they don't feel that great when you're holding them sideways for 2-player games, when these are on, of course. And, you know, holding them in your hands, just, they feel good. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad for these things. They come obviously in the red and blue, and you get a set of 4 of them. So if you like what you see here, definitely go check out their website. I'll put a link in the underbar. I think it's orzly.com. They're a UK company, and you know, they sent me a screen protector I reviewed as well, and it's the best screen protector for my Switch ever. You know, I've got quite a bit sent to the show, and some of them I couldn't even put on. This one was super easy. Definitely go check that out on their website. That was the #1 pick for me from this company. These things are useful, again, for handheld mode. So if you're the type of person that's playing this on the bus, playing it on the way to school, whatever, you're going to really benefit from using these. However, I mean, they're just cheap little plastic. It's not going to blow you away, or, you know, rubber. It's not going to be like, oh my god, I need these things. This is really for the type of person that needs that extra grip. It works for that, but I mean, let's be honest here. They're flimsy. They're cheap. It's just a piece of rubber. That's it. That's the secret. They're selling you rubbers. And you all know that I need some rubbers. Like, I need a lot of them, because I ran out of socks. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of JKB.